Hello everybody, Captain Marty here. It is Wednesday, March the 10th, and we got a little bit of breaking news in the fishing report, plus some really good bite offshore for the bluefins. I'll tell you all about it when I come right back.
When lines are tight and the bite is on, you need fuel that keeps up with the action. Introducing Sport Fisher, the drink built for anglers and adventurers who never quit chasing the next big catch. With bold flavor and serious kick, Sport Fisher keeps you energized from the first cast to the last run offshore. Whether you're chasing tuna, marlin, largemouth bass, or just for a great day on the water, crack open a can and fuel the catch. Grab yours today and learn more at sportfisherenergy.com. Sport Fisher, because legends don't run out of energy.
Locally owned and operated since 1971, Billy's Seafood has been providing the locals and visitors of the Outer Banks with some of the freshest seafood you'll find. Not too far off the beaten path down Collington Road in KDH, Billy's Seafood has become a landmark for those seeking top-notch seafood at affordable prices. Billy's Seafood also has beer, wine, grandma's tuna salad, and other groceries as well. To see more, go online to billyseafoodobx.com. Billy's Seafood, putting fresh seafood on your table for over 50 years.
First of all, I want to thank you for being so patient and sticking with us all through this long winter. Things are getting better. Boy, what a nice day yesterday. The air temps went up. I got on my lawnmower. Really thankful I had a bad boy lawnmower from our sponsor A&W Sales over there just outside of Bellhaven. I've had it 10 years, never missed a beat. I have 4 acres of grass to cut with it. I cut grass, I cut lumber, old corn stalks, tires, you name it, it'll cut it. But anyway, I got all my mowing done. First one of the year, the wild onion grass, really plentiful. I love the smell of that when you're cutting it, but glad I was on a bad boy, I'll say that. And while I was mowing, the offshore fleet went after the bluefins again, and they did well again. Still fishing the 200 to 500 pound range, and some of them bigger than that. Very specialized fishing, and a lot of our clients are people that come from around the world, not just from around the country. And they want to pull on a big tuna. They want to test the very highest end of the tackle. I mean, they're catching a lot of them on spinning tackle. Yesterday, there was a good bite for the Oregon Inlet fleet on what we call the 560 line. When I heard that, that just brought back memories. So the continental shelf is basically the 100 fathom edge. How many feet in a fathom? 6. So the continental shelf is where it drops off to 600 feet of water, and then it keeps right on going. But along that shelf, it would look like one side of the Grand Canyon if it had no water on it. And along that wall are nooks and crannies, points that stick off of it. The 560 hole is like a finger that sticks out. It's like if I put my hand up and said, come here with my index finger, that's just what the 560 finger looks like. And I used to go there. I had a slower boat, and while all the fast fleet was above us fishing, I would slip down there to the 560, and I could always pick out a nice catch of yellowfin tuna most of the time. So that's where they were yesterday. A lot of bluefins in that area. You know, everybody was having a great time with that. I did not get a report on the king mackerel, but I know down in Hatteras they've been catching them all winter long, so that's really good too. But let's talk breaking news. So I know that down in Ocracoke, I heard a report that the first big drum of the year was caught yesterday, so that's great. You know, that's only one, but just a sign of things to come. Eventually, those fish, they'll come up the coast and they'll go back in the sound, and hopefully we'll be able to fish for them all summer long like we did last year. And a couple other things. There was at least one black drum caught in Hatteras. There's been some dog sharks. The problem is our water temperature is still really cold. Jeanette's Pier, 45 degrees yesterday. And that is, it's still going to have to warm up a little bit before we get a proper bite. By the way, if you're going to Jeanette's Pier, make sure you take your chair with you. A lot of their benches have been removed as they're doing major renovations on the pier. So be sure if you're going to go, whether you're just going to sit and enjoy the day or you're going to fish, take your folding chair with you when you go. But that's really all we have in the ocean, and I'll take a little break right here like I always do. I'll come back and we'll talk about the backcountry.
At Fishing Unlimited on the Nags Head Manio Causeway, not only can you get stocked up with all the bait, tackle, and amenities necessary to fish, but you can also be your own captain. That's right. At Fishing Unlimited, you can rent one of their spacious pontoon boats to go fishing, crabbing, dolphin watching, or just to cruise the Roanoke Sound.
It's family fun at its finest. Half-day and full-day rentals are available. Be your own captain at Fishing Unlimited on the Nags Head Manio Causeway.
So I don't know any other way to say it than to say in the backcountry, I have no report from yesterday. Just nothing that I would feel comfortable talking about or sharing. A little bit of a rockfish bite inland. Seems like it petered out when they closed the season, as far as capture. You can still catch and release them, but just haven't heard anything over the last couple of days. But there's a lot in our future. When we heard about that drum off Ocracoke, he ain't the only one, and they'll make their way into the sound here shortly. We'll also start hearing about some good crappie fishing. We've already heard about the blue cats biting a little bit. We'll start seeing the ditches. One of the first places we always see is along the ditches on Highway 64, 264 in the area of East Lake, which is just west of Mans Harbor, which is just west of Mania. So that is some relaxing fishing. That's usually people that are tired of being stuck indoors. They've done all the honeydews. They get their chair. They go out there. A lot of them get a cane pole and some minnows, and others use light spinning tackle. And they'll go out there and sit along the bank, and they'll take whatever they can get. A lot of yellow perch in those catches, raccoon perch, some really good eating fish, catfish, and they catch a lot of bass like that too. That's about all I have for you as far as a backcountry report. So we'll get on through the week. We'll get into a weekend. Got a little bit more cold weather coming next week, but it is time to start getting out there. Things are starting to bud out. My plum tree, beautiful, just covered in white blossoms. Glad. I didn't think I'd ever see it when I had 14 inches of snow in my front yard. So they've survived. Thankful for that. And thankful for you guys joining us and our sponsors that make it possible to do this podcast and to do the Captain Marty's Fishing Guide at no charge to our listeners and to our readers. So thank you very much to all the sponsors, and may you have a blessed day.